Hello guys. This is Docm, and today it is Sunday, chilly Sunday, and I found some time to play some farming simulator. As you know, guys, I never pre-record these episodes. We decided whenever I have time to make one, I want to try to do one if I find an interesting topic, if I feel like it, and it works out just fine for this show. Don't put too much pressure on me to do it. I saw some comments, some ragey comments, do Farming Simulator now on other videos. So I will unsubscribe and dislike all your other videos. I mean, if you put it on me like that, that doesn't really encourage me to do Farming Simulator videos because I'm stubborn, and if somebody puts the pressure on me, I normally react quite the opposite way. But in any case, here we are doing it. I still like the game. I just don't want to play it constantly anymore because we did it all. Today we're gonna buy one of the super expensive tractors towards the end of the episode, that's for sure. Right now I just wanna do some food mix, and I said, yeah, the show is still gonna keep on going because I'm often finding interesting topics I want to talk about. And today I found an interesting topic again. And guys, the revolution is coming. The revolution is coming. A new industrial revolution, basically. That was pretty interesting. There was the Hannover message. This is a big industrial showcase thing in Germany where the industry shows their innovations and talks about future trends and stuff. No, don't do it. Don't. Too late. Physics win. Physics 0, Doc. Physics 1, 0. Yeah, you know what I wanted to say. Doc lost against physics. Well, in any case, they there showed the new way the German industry will be run, and many yeah how do you call it, companies are already doing first steps to plan towards that, and this is completely new way to produce goods and things. um, Intelligent robots and intelligent production systems. Pretty crazy stuff, guys. I mean, there will be robots that will automatically correct and fix, things that might go wrong in production. They will move around, and the good old conveyor belt will be gone. Experts say this will be the same thing like back in the days when the steam engine got introduced. It will be literally industrial revolution. Can we? Oh, we don't want to feed them manure. It was like, what the heck? Why is it not picking up? So it will be a new industrial revolution, and they say it will increase productivity of the German industry. Wait. That's good. Nice mixer ratio. By at least 20% over the next few years. And that seems to be pretty interesting because, I always ask myself, because one of the most important things people always said that are important for a business nation, export nation, is, let's turn it off, give them some food, is growth. Growth. And there's lots of theories how economical growth is generated and how it could be generated. And so far, the theory was always, and people are staying away from that now and saying it's different. Always was, wait, we need to give them some hay, saying the more countries, how was it? Your economy will grow and be more successful if you make the products en masse you are good in. So not a huge diversity. You should specialize on something and produce that. So now newest like research says this is not true. Actually, the countries with the biggest variety of complex goods, like complex machines and things like that, um, have the best chance of long-term growth and wealth. So, of course, that confirms some of the older theories. For example, countries that only export oil or something, their wealth is really brittle and not safe at all. You can see how quickly the tables turn there. For example, 10 years ago, all the Arabian countries thought the United States will be dependent on their oil for the rest of the human history, so to speak. Well, with a new technology, the so-called fracking, the United States now will turn into one of the biggest oil exporting countries in the world even. So the Arabian countries and their oil will lose influence and economical power. Can we dump it in directly? I doubt it. Economical power in the world, and especially we will see effects on that. You will probably see the United States not going into Iraq for shallow reasons, because we all know what the real reason was. There was control for oil. That is what it was all about in the end. And things like that might change then. Okay, there might be other resources people are after, so yeah. War for territory will probably never stop, but maybe, yeah, some of the political things will change, political decisions because of that. Well, in any case, looks like the new theory now is just which countries have the best possibilities to grow and be wealthy and sustain their wealth. It will be countries that are able to produce highly complex um, products. Okay, here we go. Very good. It will be countries that will be able to produce highly complex products in huge quantities. They had for example, a little index there. Where is our dipper? Here. They had a little index there showing, a list of goods compared to their real economical value. And you saw lots of countries that are only exporting oil and are maybe specialized on one or two things were super low down in this list. Basically saying this is not useful. For example, on top of this list was things like complex X-ray machines or other complex machinery, many things Germany builds, I don't know. We are specialized in machinery building and things like that. It's a huge part of the German export worldwide. And it seems Germany is in a very good position concerning that, the future. And also, we heard the last economical reports about our household and, how money will develop in Germany. And starting with 2016, all experts agree that Germany will make massive plus in their household. There will not be any, need to take money to fund your household, the daily expenses in your state. There will be even an excess, and Germany will be able to, use this excess money not to build up wealth, but to support the partners in the European Union, which is happening right now as well. Because in the long run, of course, the goal would be that all partners in the European Union have this economical power. The thing is, if Germany makes it and really can pull through and take the industry to the next level, which we will do, you can bet, we will be able to help out a lot of people and eventually then finally make up for the things we did in the war. And would be cool. Great Britain, for example, they have a lot of economical trouble. France, these are all old enemies, and maybe if we finally help them out there, and that will generate more trust, because right now it sucks a bit. Within Europe, you could see that in the crisis in Cyprus lately, Germany still is seen as some kind of a country that tries to invade. Now they say it's not no longer but with tanks. Now they're coming with the industry and taking us over. So you could see there were some in Cyprus, for example, in the oh, we got a milk wagon blocked in there. In Cyprus, for example, it was pretty crazy. You could see, oh, there's some water in there, nice. The people walking around with signs in the street showing Angela Merkel with a Hitler beard, you know. I mean, it's funny on one side, but also a bit sad, because you know that the people actually yeah, believe that there's something fishy, but it was totally obvious what was going on in Cyprus, you know. A small country having a blown up banking system where half of the world is hiding illegal money. Lots of Russian mafia money and stuff. And the European Union around Germany, there in that case, said, we're not going to give you our hard work money if you protect Russian mafia money and illegal money. You know, that was the whole dealio. Totally honest, no big deal, no nothing, you know, nothing against the people of Cyprus or something. It was an attack on the system, and just speaking the truth there. And whenever that happens, a lot of guys still pull the Nazi card in Germany and say, look at them, they're back again, they want to, you know, control us all and all this stuff. This is a bit sad, but I'm hoping that at some point people will just, I'll say it short, shut up with that crap and understand that here in Germany nobody's freaking interested in invading, taking over, or whatever. We are interested in having like economical, super economic situation in all countries in Europe, so nobody has to worry. Oop, I think we dumped some on the floor. That would be, you know, the final goal. Have it set up so everybody has this excellent industrial prognosis for the future, and thus can be safe, you know. It would also mean, of course, it would change the work environment. If you imagine you have intelligent machines moving about, intelligent robots doing the production. Right now in a modern industry, often, you know, humans are used for controlling, or, you know, to check if there's mistakes and stuff. And this then could be done by self-correcting intelligent machines and robots. This is is crazy. And yeah, they're talking about numbers of over 20% productivity that could be changed. What would that mean for the job market? Well, of course, the more complex production gets, the more highly educated people you need. This is why, you know, a good education will become more and more key, and this is also one of the benefits that comes with economical progress in theory, and that normally happens at least to a certain extent. If countries have a lot of money, they want to invest their money into education. And that, of course, would be cool, you know, if everybody could get free education all over Europe, yeah, in a level that is very high. That would also be a nice goal that comes with that. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of these guys that blindly believes in economical growth and thinks this is the, you know, holy grail and you have to grow, grow, grow. I always wondered there should be limits, because there's only so much materials you have, and there's only so much you can produce. But of course, if you increase efficiency, for example, by using super intelligent machines that barely make any mistake and work very resource efficient, you will very likely, you know, be able to produce more, because yeah, your resources are used in a more efficient way. And that is really interesting, and fills one little question I had. Geez, what? Come on. What is it with this freaking tipper? Let's drive straight through the river then. So yeah, that is actually pretty cool. It was really interesting to read and also fascinating, almost felt like Skynet is starting to take over computers. On the other hand, if you think about it, super intelligent machines, computers that can, correct their mistakes by themselves and so on. Interesting, but what does that mean for other ways of attacking? Like if you imagine the cyber war is a topic. Like if you have your complete economy in this super high tech mega thing, well, I'd say a nice computer virus could probably take out half of a country's economy, you know, and that is something you have to consider as well, because some countries, between some countries, there is a cyber war going on, um, and constantly, I don't know, people, you feel it's like testing, you hear about this big hack attacks. Some guys from China hacked something there, and some Russian guys did something there. Some hackers from US. So I feel it's like it's still some kind of a testing ground for people. They don't really go hardcore with it yet. There he goes, the milk wagon. But people are on the way to do it. So it might change a lot in the world. But yeah, really interesting article. I found it on Spiegel Online. This is a German news magazine I tend to read quite regularly, and it was really cool. Another thing I wanted to address today, I also was reading some more articles about that, is productivity 10%. Wow, did they eat it all up already? Looks like it. Wow. Man, if you have to put in a little more. Yeah, the North Korea situation, of course, guys. I mean, nobody understands what's up with these guys. I think, the new leader, and he wants to make a name for himself or something. Almost looks like it, because, even China are really losing it with North Korea by now. You know that China, as a communist country, always protected North Korea as some kind of a buffer zone between them and the West. And even even China doesn't want to, doesn't want that crap. They met with the Americans lately. The foreign minister of the U.S. went there. Kerry have a little chat with the Chinese, and looks like, I mean, as usual, you will not hear any concrete stuff when they meet. They're gonna say we're gonna improve our ways to work together here and there and blah blah blah, but you rarely see anything coming out of it. But I think the Americans were checking, hey Chinese guys, what's up? Like, if North Korea really goes nuts and shoots off rockets, would you mind if we take them out? And I'm pretty sure the Chinese are not happy about that. If the Americans would sit right in front of their door and have a little war there. But you can bet um, they'd rather have this freaking crazy guys off their back and get some quiet again in their region, because China is not interested in a war. China's main concern at the moment is like building up their industrial empire. Um, Still, we know there are 50 years behind us, 20, 30 years behind us, and the way the Chinese economy runs will, of course, never be able in the long run to compete with a well-developed industry here in Europe, in Germany, for example, or the United States, because people are always afraid of China. But you don't have to worry. They can maybe mass produce some things, take over some things, but they will never. Oh damn! What did we drop in straw? Hey, they will never be able to really compete with us in an economical. Okay, competition. That's just reality, and all this, this just creates tension. Oh, be aware of the Chinese. They're gonna own the world soon. They are all over the place. They are very active in Australia, in Africa, um, securing ores, metal, things like that, rare earths, stuff like that. But as we know now, by the newest results of economical development and yes, science about it, it's like countries that are focusing on raw materials and minor goods will stand no chance in an economical competition. And right now, China is still producing. There he dropped. Dropped there. China is still producing. Hello. Low tech. Low tech. And when there will be at the level we are now, for example in the US or other highly industrialized countries, we will be another 20 years ahead of them and will outmatch their cheap work labor with a crazy productivity by crazy robots. When they get the crazy robots, we get something else already. It is a rat's race, but they will not be able to catch up. In the meantime, a lot of these societies in the West heavily export to China, like big time, like all the German car manufacturers and whatever, and machinery builders and whatnot. Everybody is investing in China and selling their goods. So right now, the economical boom in China, of course, is also supporting European and US market because we got the stuff they need at the moment. We're gonna sell them when they're at the point when they can do it themselves. Well, we're gonna offer them other products, they can't make by themselves, and so their wealth automatically plays in the pockets of the already established industrialized nations. And China knows that. China, they're not stupid, they also want to position them nicely. So one thing's for sure, they're not gonna assume an aggressive posture towards the West anymore in any way, because they want to sell their goods. They want to sell what they have and they want to make money. So the people are happy because, yeah, now they opened Pandora's box, so to speak. They showed at least parts of the society in China how economics work and what wealth means and what generating wealth means. So there's no way back. So right now, by opening up to the West, basically China is on a trip to no return, and at some point the communist regime in China will be done away with. Probably it's not gonna be a like a really violent revolution or something, but I think the old communist cadres guys are slowly stepping back. You see the guys who are coming in now in the Communist Party are way more West orientated and no longer that conservative, because they realized sooner or later, we will not be able to hold it up. I'm not talking about tomorrow, but in the next few decades, this will not be able to keep on censoring and keep information away from the Chinese population. They will become more and more educated, more and more wealthy, and sooner or later the regime will be gone. It's gonna solve itself. It worked always. You throw the money at the people, and it's all over. Like look at Russia, Mother Russia. I mean Russia, the Soviet Union was one of the most tight-knit and proudest nations in the world, and then as soon as the money was introduced, nobody gave a crap about the whole Soviet Union. Now it's Russia, and that's what people care about. And nobody cares about any other countries that formerly were Soviet Union. So you see, some of these unities will quickly split up, and now we are sitting at 345,000. Let's quickly look into the shop window here. Yeah, we gotta buy the thing with the tanked chains. All right, yeah, we should walk over. Let's take a little stroll towards the village. maybe we can find a horseshoe on the way. So yeah, interesting developments in the world at the moment. Some things, people would have never predicted. And of course, some of these ideas people have and plans people make, they never come to reality. But when it comes down to technical development, and so people can normally pretty well gauge what's up next and what will change things. And yeah, it was a huge thing at this Hannover Messe. A lot of people talking about it, and it's a big thing. People are interested in it, so it also seems the people accept it. They want to have an industrial revolution. Of course, the consequences will be you need to be really highly educated to be able to work. But on the other hand, if you think about it, if you have massive productivity, if you produce a lot of excess money, you could also easily support the weaker people. And when I say weak, I mean people that are not really 100% working in a system like that. Because there are people like that that just don't see any sense in this rat's race for money. But by having a lot of money, you would also be able to allow that in your culture, that you have a lot of more in your society, that you have a lot of art and things like that. You know what I mean? So culture also in nowadays is tightly knit with money that is available to fund culture. So yeah, capitalism, right? It is what it is. It has its ups and downs, but if you think about it in a way of sharing wealth, yeah, could be really good. I really hope, because honestly, as a German dude, sometimes we are really pissed about the way European partners sometimes treat us still because of the war thing. Whenever there's some issues and some topics that are hot in politics, and Germany wants to give some input, people play the war card and shut us down. And yeah, I hope people are not too mad about it, and are saying, well, okay, we are gonna be the economical powerhouse for Europe for the next 20 years, but it came for a price. The last 20 years in Germany, we had to reorganize our whole industry, and a lot of people were unemployed, and it was tough. And the whole Europe was laughing about Germany, calling us the poor, the beggar, how was it called? The house of the poor in Europe. That was Germany was considered, and yeah, especially in Great Britain, the media was really, really harsh. Look at the German giant on the floor. It was almost like we are happy about it. Now, Germany is back on track and will most likely be like that for the next few decades. I'd say you better deal with it, especially the Brits. Better deal with it, because we are willing to share, and it's wow, holy freaker. And for you, it's gonna come for free, for many countries, because we will share what we got now. We work for it on our own again. And this is the attitude, I'm not speaking my mind here, I'm trying to tell you guys about psychology here in people's minds. So yeah, people also have to be willing to support. It was a pretty difficult. Man, this thing is crazy. It was pretty difficult for the politicians, to convince the German people that it is okay to help Cyprus after, 2 weeks of the Cyprus people demonstrating against Germany and saying we're Nazis, we want to take their country over. But everything we wanted to do is want to help the people there keep the banking system of the country intact. It was pretty weird. So hopefully, there will be no trend to more nationalism again because of that. Because whenever you have something, you most likely don't want to share it with everybody, right? So in theory, all should work out. Like, if we keep on growing and growing and growing, we could share with other people. We could try to use the money to bring all of the European partners to that economical level, and then we could move on. Take the money we make and bring the rest of the world up to date, and that should improve the worldwide situation. This is the theory. Practically, of course, there's greed. People gotta make sure, that it's only them that get rich, and so on and so on. It's always the same thing. So yeah, we will see how it develops. We will see. Hopefully well. Maybe people learned a bit. Wow. This thing is pretty much the most crazy tractor I've ever seen, guys. We want to use that bad boy somehow. That's for sure. Kasai Quadratec. Case Quadratec. You don't even know this brand. Case. Is this a US brand? Could be. Wow, it's fairly quick, man. It's not even that slow. 26. Okay, it's not the fastest tractor, but a lot of pulling power, I assume. Crazy. Maybe something like that is used in mountainous regions or something, I could imagine that. It's probably not used for wine, that doesn't make sense, but in mountainous regions, or when you have deep boggy earth where you plant your crop on, maybe like that. Well, but it runs nice. It runs nice. Let's pick up some of the potatoes and sell them just for the fun. And I think I will try to plant some crop again. Can try out this tractor next time. But yeah, oh boy, yeah, it's not ideal. Look at that. It has the almost stuck. Yeah, the turning radius of it is not really good. Now we're stuck there. Oh, we wedged ourselves in. That's good. Let's try to get out. Yeah, look at this turning radius. Oh, nah. Yeah, as expected. Not super useful, but pretty badass. That's for sure. Alright, I'll load up some potatoes, drive it over to the next shop, sell it, and I'd say we call it an end for today's episode. Stuff to talk about, looking forward to the discussion. Down in the comments, we talked about economical development. What do you think? Let me know. How, honest opinions, what? And I will not be personally offended about things. How are people talking about Germany in your home country? Is it the way the Germans perceive it, that often, there's, I don't want to say, some kind of jealousy going on, jealousy, mixed up with some kind of respect, but nobody really wants to be our friend. Is that true? Is that how most people feel towards Germany? Don't really trust us? Would be interesting to know, and maybe we can follow that up and in one of the next episodes. As I said, I don't want to stress myself out with these farming simulator episodes. When I have some time, I'm going to produce an episode. Also, you have to rest some time. The last 2 days I was doing a bit low with video production. I was able to pre-produce a little bit last week, and just was doing kind of recovering. I was producing a lot of content all the time lately, and I really, this thing is not really user friendly. I really want to slim that down in general. I don't want to constantly chase after 2-3 videos a day. This is not what I want to do in the long run. If I reduce, this thing is rad. If I reduce the general amount of videos, of course the general view numbers will get down a bit, but yeah, I don't mind too much. At the moment we're still doing fine, everything is okay. Don't have to be too greedy all the time and try to push. And I think it works out. I'm really happy at the moment. Oh, okay, a sale. And yeah, trucking along, doing my thing, and that is just cool. Basically living my dream here. Thanks guys, and that's it for this episode. Please make sure to leave a like, support the farming simulators, but for this episode and for farming simulator in general, it would be more important if you leave your opinion about the topics we talk about the things I mentioned. Really looking forward to what you have to say. Bye bye guys.